And we welcome you to a special night of regular season hoops. This one counts as part of the NBA Cup with Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. And we also want to welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania. Thanks for taking time to join us, Shams.
Yeah, are you kidding me? I wouldn't miss this. My guy RJ is in the house.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, big fella.
You guys have got the best seats in the house. I'm just glad I can occupy it for at least a second.
Man, we'll stay in this seat as long as you would like.
We got the best seats. Shams has the best intel. We're covered.
Let's go.
And Orlando going back to the bold pinstripes. Shams, I think I like it. What do you think?
VA, I'm a Chicagoan, so I remember those pinstripe Bulls uniforms. It's a throwback look. From everything I've heard, it's been a very warm reception in Orlando. It's a little bit of nostalgia. Connecting this team to those iconic Magic squads from back in the day in the 90s, I think that's a good sign. I'm a fan.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3, a small forward.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
The 3 from Bane. Drops in the 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our... And now the opening lineup for Boston. Out on the block. It's Tatum with Queta. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And for Orlando, Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. Anthony Black is out there with Desmond Bane. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. This season just getting going still. How quickly, Greg, can teams gel together and become one?
It really depends on the makeup of your team. How many new guys are on the roster? The style of play. Do the new additions have any previous chemistry with some of your players?
They get it again. And Queta gets it to go.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think they'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now, here's Tatum. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Celtics passing it around. Over Banchero.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Pass to Black. And here is Bane. Banchero, a screen on Brown. Great D that time from Tatum.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Carter outside. Pass to Bane. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The 3. And it's White missing. The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And stand on defense, the Celtics content to play the percentages.
Yeah, look, the Celtics want... to deny threes, free throws, and layups. If you beat them shooting 2-point jump shots, they'll live with it. But Can they force more turnovers?
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Just about halfway through group play, here are the NBA Cup standings.
This competition has been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup just gets better.
The rebound by Keita.
You're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Can't play lax defense on Bane because he's looking to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Here's White. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Banchero. He had 37 points last game out.
Always a threat to score. Banchero, that time with a sweet find.
Boston leading by 3. White goes in. Tatum wide open. He fires one. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Wagner will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And the foul on Sam Hauser. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Black with it. He has yet to score. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, he can play inside with that 6'7" size. Black aggressive down low.
Out to White. Outside Tatum. Back to White. Lets it go from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Black. Wagner as screen on White. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Magic making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. Pass to Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. The train. The rebound by Keita. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the Hawks.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Here's Wagner following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Payne for 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
And for a big man, Banchero has a rare mix of moves. I mean, this guy can cross up defenders, he blows by people. Terrific handle for a guy that big.
Now here's Tatum. 6 points for him. Pass to Hauser. Shoots over Wagner. The kick out to Tatum. Shoots the 3. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
A kick out to Bane. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Out to White. Bane against Brown. Back to White. Front past the arc. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
inside. Hauser. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Here's Pritchard. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Here's Hauser. Hands it from downtown. 12 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Suggs. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Misses the jumper. Celtics leading by 20. Pass to Walsh. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Rebound by the Celtics. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Here's Pritchard. Hasn't made one yet. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Hauser. He's got 12. From outside the arc. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big-time finish to the quarter.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
The guard pair form will be Suggs and Bain. Batanza is out there with Mo Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. So it's the Celtics now, following the bucket by Orlando. Tatum's shot is off. Pass to Suggs. And Shireman pulls it down. Celtics leading by 21. And here's Vucevic in the corner. Tatum with it. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Missed inside.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, thanks. Paolo Banchero, the third player aged 22 and younger to amass 4,000 points, 1,300 rebounds, and 900 assists through their first 3 NBA seasons. The other 2, LeBron James and Luka Doncic. The Magic have rewarded him with the richest contract in franchise history, 5 years and $239 million. Guys, he is a high-value talent.
Yep, a star on the rise. And Shams, we appreciate the report.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now here's Tatum. He was all alone on that one. Walsh has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Anthony Black's checked in for Wagner. Here's Black. Pass to Bain. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bain's got 6.
Yeah, Bain is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
Paolo Banchero's checked in for the Magic. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Now here's Brown. He had 19 points in the win against Washington. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Here's Black. Yep, that one goes. Black's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And it's denied. And so the ball is out of bounds. Batase touched it last. Shot clock at 2. The 3 from Tatum.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thanks. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Back over to you, Kevin.
A young, exciting team. Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Black. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here's De Silva. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Vucevic pulls it down.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Brown right side. It's hauled in by the Magic. And finished off by Banchero.
Wow. That kind of stuff from Banchero belongs in All-Star Weekend.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Camp. Here's Shireman. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 5th on the list, Jason Tatum.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Well, the playmaking ability of Wagner is special. He can cut apart defenses with his passing skills.
And White kicks to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Pass to Wagner. Looking for Banchero and gets it there. Brown the pass to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, with those long strides, Tatum gets up court in a hurry.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting. Looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defenders.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Here's Hauser. Drills the 3-pointer. Hauser's got 18 points.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Tatum with it. Defended now by Wagner. Keita, the pass to Brown. Oh, good with the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. Boston is gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. White the pass to Hauser. Over in the corner, Brown. Shoots over Wagner. Brown, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Brown. And yes, it's good. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Well, look, you can't let Wagner get this deep. You deserve to get dunked on when you give him this position.
A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Banchero finds Black. Back to Banchero. Shoots over White. Rebound Boston. 29 seconds left in the first half. Wagner wide open. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Now Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Hauser. Brown outside. That one, no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go court. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Boston Celtics.
Good things happen when you take care of the rock.
Yeah, they're certainly not giving away possessions. That's helped put them in the driver's seat.
Hey, you guys are putting me to sleep.
Likewise. And what better time than... Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Magic trail by 19. On the court for the Celtics. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Keita. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the three, the small forward.
And Black wants to keep getting better as a shooter. Draining shots like this will certainly help his confidence.
White inside, working on Black. Down low, guarded by Bain. Pass to Tatum. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Wagner. Hauser defending. Back to Wagner. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Wagner's got 11.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
A nice shot by Tatum.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Pass to Wagner. 6 to shoot. The offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
White finds Tatum. Brown outside. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hauser. No good on the triple. The Magic trail by 14. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
Here's Brown. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Black. And it's White with the rebound. Boston leading by 14. Pass to Tatum. A three-pointer off the mark. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. For the three, Black, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Now Hauser. There's the three. White, good. White's got 11 points.
We've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
The kick out to Bain. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Outside Tatum. Over Banchero. Tatum no good. The Magic trail by 14. Banchero inside. Hauser defending. And it's Banchero missing. And here's Tatum for three. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Tatum. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Tatum's got 19 points.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Carter misses from close range.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Here's Tatum. And White kicks to Brown. Brown on the move. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking.
There's Faulkner with the three. Rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, Tatum with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that. Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Brown outside. It's stolen by Banchero. Payne for 3. Rebound Boston.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Tatum passes to White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Magic trail by 17. To stand, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
The Magic making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Camp. Brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Shireman. Back to Brown. Here's Shireman. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Magic. Suggs has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Payne with it. Picked up by Brown. A 3 from Banchero.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pritchard passes to Walsh. Brown against Bain. Here's Walsh. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The 9-foot shot. That's good from Banchero on the assist from Wagner. Wagner's got 6 assists here tonight. Suggs against Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Over Bain. Brown, no good. The Magic trail by 10. Wagner passes to Banchero. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Banchero's got 13 points now in the quarter. Boston shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Boston again missing. Orlando's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Wagner passes to Carter. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Brown wide open. He fires. The 17-footer goes down. Brown's got 17. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Trailing here by 8.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And that one is good from Suggs. Suggs has got his first bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pritchard passes to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Black. Banchero is out there with Goga Batadze. Then there's Suggs. And it's De Silva in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, they made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
And it's Banchero missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Got that one up quick. Tatum's got 18 points just in the second half.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Suggs against Pritchard. Stolen by Tatum. Over Suggs. Tatum's shot is off. The Magic trail by 18. Open shot by Banchero. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Banchero's got 27.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Celtics.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 8 rebounds in this game. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Well, Orlando shooting an efficient 53% from the field.
Athletic finish right there by Black. I like when he goes up strong like this.
Celtics leading by 13. Brown down low, working on Black. Here's Tatum. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Tatum's got 34.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Shireman. Brown outside. Banchero grabs the board.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Bitadze. It's tipped. Brown outside. Over in the corner, Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Tatum passes to Vucevic. Makes it off the glass.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Black. Misses the 3. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. The lead is 15. Pritchard from outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
In the corner, Tatum with it. Hits the three-point bomb. Tatum's got 37.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Suggs. De Silva with the bucket.
Well, that's a solid read by Suggs. Finds the shooter and boom, 3 points.
Celtics leading by 13. Outside Tatum. Left side Brown. Fires the 3. And it's Suggs missing. Celtics have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Tatum finds Brown. Launches a 3. Tatum no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Suggs missing.
That's the look you want. Gotta be disappointed coming up empty.
The kick out to Tatum. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 40 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The 3 from Banchero. Rebound Boston. Up top Brown. Black defending. And yeah, it's good.
There's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. 3, good.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Brown against Bain. Cleared away by Carter. The Magic trail by 15. Wagner. And get the 3. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
He drills the 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now Bain beyond the arc. It's good.
Well, when a 3 goes in on the other end, Bain really wants to answer with his own triple.
Brown. Drained from outside.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Wagner on the wing. Hauser defending.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. Brown. What a finesse finish on the way-in.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jason Tatum.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Now here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 43 points.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And it's Banchero missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum, one of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beat you in so many different ways.
Black with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
Hey, Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. I mean, backs against the wall, and they delivered.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jason Tatum.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Looking at the starting 5 for Boston. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Desmond Bane is out there with Anthony Black. And it's Carter in at the 5, down low. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. We've got a good matchup in the guard position tonight, Clark. Should be a fun battle for the fans.
I agree. I mean, every kid loves to dribble and shoot, so it's a blast to watch the pros do it, the best in the world. Plus, if there's any ankle breaking going on tonight, you know it's going viral.
Bane finds Banchero. The 3-ball. Bane, no good. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. To the middle. Here's Queta. Hauser outside. Queta pass to Tatum. Here's Brown. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Carter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. White. Again, the miss by Boston. To the paint. Here's Banchero, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
There's Tatum with the 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
An 0 for 4 start. Somebody forgot to take this team out of the cooler.
And there's a foul. It's on Sam Hauser. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Banchero against Tatum. Banchero the screen. Here's Wagner. Carter. Nice persistence to tip it back in.
Right there. I mean, Carter using his instincts and his motor to track down the miss and convert it into second chance points. That's just really good work.
Hauser outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic.
And they're in the top 10 for field goal percentage. They pick their shots well and do a good job not forcing things on that end.
And the work they put in at the free throw line has been extremely valuable, especially at the end of games. Here's Black. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Banchero. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. White on the wing, Black defending. Here's Tatum. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You can't excel at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range, not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
Outside Carter. Here's Bane. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Celtics trail by 4. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
And Orlando has possession following the 3 by Boston. And Carroll passes to Carter. And the 3 off target. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. Outside White. Tatum against Ben Carroll. Tatum, good. Tatum's got 7 points. Here's Black. Yet to see a basket. Wagner outside. Back to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. The 3 from Bane. Tatum pulls it in.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Outside, Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hauser passes to Brown. Tatum from long range. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5. Orlando trailing here. And the basket by Bane. Bane's got his second basket of the game.
Welcoming the contact. Bane's built like a tree trunk out there.
Outside Tatum with the drive. And that one good. 9 points for Jason Tatum.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Orlando making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. Wagner outside. Carter, a screen on Brown. Here's Bane. And he banks in the layup. Bane's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bane can still do damage inside.
Wagner against Brown. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go. Letting him have that from mid-range. Defense dodged the bullet there.
White for 3. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off the shot.
Silva's checked in for Ben Carroll. Boston also changing it up. Vucevic comes in for Queta, and it's Peyton Pritchard in for Hauser. Now here's Suggs. Back to Bane. 3-pointer. Fires in the triple. Bane's got 9.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Tatum inside. White for 3. De Silva with a rebound.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
And rejected.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
Boston making a switch here. Pass to Bane. Here's De Silva. Just 5 to shoot. Suggs outside from behind the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The 3 from Bane. Boston pulls it in. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Orlando has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Kicks it out to Wagner. Here's Carter. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Carter's got his 2nd basket of the night.
When they get it to Carter Jr. down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Guys, back to you."
They've got their fans fired up. All right, thank you, Allie.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Boston with the ball. Orlando making their last shot. Nice ball movement by Boston. The three. Walsh can't get it to go. Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Carter, and Banchero subbed in for Franz Wagner. And the Celtics also making a change. Tatum's checked in. Now here's Suggs. Banchero outside. 20 seconds left in the first.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Now Tatum. Takes a three. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics?
Well, so far, they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Mo Wagner is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Suggs, and it's De Silva in at the three. That's who's out there for Orlando. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. They trail by one. That'll be the back end of a three-game road trip. Pure from three-point range. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
If you do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions. And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Outside Tatum. On the mark with the 15-footer. Tatum's got 11 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Banchero. Banchero finishes with force inside.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Black's checked in for Orlando. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. Number one, Boston.
It's one thing to cause turnovers, but the key is turning those takeaways into points. And this team is the best in the league at doing that.
Well, Clark, when we watch Paolo Banchero play, you can forget he's 6'10".
And he's a locomotive. I mean, he's probably 255 pounds, and all of it is cable wire. I mean, that's why he went first overall. That combination of skill, ball handling, dexterity, agility, and force. He's 25 points a game and also 5 assists. At his size, you don't see that kind of production.
Here's Tatum. Orlando making their last shot. Knocks down the triple.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
Magic trail by 3. Pritchard with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And it's Shireman missing. The Magic have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. The 3 from Suggs. Rebound Boston. Pass to Walsh. Here's Shireman. He's covered by Suggs. From 18 feet away, the putback. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. To the wing, right side. De Silva gets the 3-ball to go. De Silva's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Boston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Here's Tatum. Money from the wing. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Tatum clearly putting on the show in this one. Doing it all.
And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul. Orlando making a switch here. Baines checked in. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's De Silva. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Boston, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. From about 19. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Jaylen Brown gets it to fall.
Strong and explosive Jaylen Brown is a tough matchup in the painted area.
Down low. It's tipped. Here we go. One-on-one. Outside Payne. From the arc. He's off on that one.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Pass to Shireman. Back to Brown. And here's Tatum from downtown. Oh, count it! Tatum hits from way out.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Wagner's checked in for Paolo Banchero. Boston also changing it up. Cada's checked in for Vucevic. Hauser comes in for Shireman. And it's White in for Pritchard. And there's a foul. It's on Sam Hauser. That'll be a second foul of the game. Pass to De Silva. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Something to watch. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Magic trail by 5. Inside. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Baines.
This is where you want Wagner to have the ball. Right under the bucket where he can do the most damage.
Outside White. Three-pointer. Oh, how about White from the next time zone?
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Wagner looking it over. Black, left side. From deep. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I think that's a big confidence builder for Anthony Black. He knows he needs to keep knocking that shot down from deep to round out his offensive game.
Hits a three-pointer.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Launches a 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Outside Payne. The 3 is up. The shot off that time.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Brown inside. Guarded by Payne. White for 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And now it's a 12-point Boston lead.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Pass to Wagner. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by White. Boston leading by 12. Here's Cada. He shoots it. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
This is why Tatum is a superstar. His confidence in shooting the ball right away, quick release, money.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So for the Magic, Wendell Carter comes in for Wagner. And Banchero subbed in for De Silva. 1:25 left to play in the first half. Here's Carter. Can't get it to drop.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Outside White. The three-pointer off the mark. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Tipped! Tatum inside, working on Banchero. White for three. Good! And Brown gets the assist. White's got 12.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Boston leading by 16. Pass to Hauser. Now here's Brown. No good from outside. Black outside. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Black's got 7 points here in the quarter.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
A look here now at the Magic. They've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of...
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Celtics.
Well, you can see the camaraderie.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the floor for Boston. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Hauser outside. The 3. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Black with it. The layup off target. Tatum passes to Brown. This one for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. And Banchero gets it to go.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick-and-roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
White finds Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Magic trail by 21. The kick out to Banchero. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
He certainly shot the ball well here, trying to lift his team up.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. We see a ton of teams shooting more and more threes nowadays. Here are the best in that department. Boston in second.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
And both free throws good for Brown. The Magic have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Bain, no good. Celtics lead by 20. The kick out to White. Puts up a 3. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
From deep, Banchero. The putback. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Jacks up a 3. And White, the bucket on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his 6th assist of the night.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Can they get it? Offensive board. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Wagner outside. 4-3. Knocks down the long K.
Wagner with the right back at you answer on the 3. Pretty impressive right there.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Tatum's got 34 points.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Banchero passes to Carter. Rebound Boston. Kidd has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tatum drives in, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
First in free throw percentage, and they've been tremendous at making the most of their opponent's mistakes. They lead the NBA in points off turnovers. They don't waste any time going on the attack.
And you got to avoid fouling this team. It's really that simple. They are the top team in the league in terms of free throw percentage because they don't want to waste any chances to cash in from the line. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. Boston on D. Up top, Banchero, hounded by Tatum. 5 on the clock. Banchero, no good. The Celtics have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Here's Hauser. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Orlando calls timeout. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that, guys.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Orlando.
Substitution for your Magic, number 4, Jalen Suggs.
On the wing, Suggs. Banchero against Tatum. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim and make it look easy.
All right, Clark, let me ask you this. What can other big men learn from Wendell Carter Jr.?
I like his steadiness. He's shown a maturity since he's been in the league. He doesn't seem to get too high or low emotionally. You need fire and competitiveness and physicality to play down low, but you still have to control yourself, and I think he does a good job of that.
Here's White, following the bucket by the Magic. Here's Tatum, and Boston again with the bucket.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
For Orlando, they've gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Back to Wagner for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Wagner's got 8.
Hunting for that shot. Wagner wants to eat.
White, the pass to Tatum. Outside, Brown. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. the lead would be even bigger.
From deep, Banchero. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 9 rebounds now. Hauser outside. From outside, off the mark. Orlando's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. And the dunk by Wagner.
Good decision that time by Wagner, taking it straight line to the rim. The defense had no chance to stop it.
The kick to Tatum. There's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
3 points.
Tatum's got 39.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That'll be a second foul of the game. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. De Silva comes in for Desmond Bane. Boston also changing it up. Vucevic comes in for Queta. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Hauser. And another miss by Orlando. Boston shooting the rock at 58%. Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Shireman's checked in for Boston.
Substitution for the Celtics. Number 55.
Here's Suggs. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Absolutely flying. Look at Suggs using those hops to jam it home.
White finds Tatum. Over Banchero. Rebounded by Suggs. The Magic shooting about 47% in the third. Banchero no good. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Pass to Vucevic. Over Wagner. Not enough on that one as it misses. Well, the Magic shooting the rock well at 46%. The kick out to Banchero. Kept alive. Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Takes the 3. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. To the left wing. And stolen by Suggs. Wagner on the wing. From down in the low post, it goes. Wagner's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
It's all coming together here for Wagner. A playmaker who can score at every level.
Outside White. There's Tatum with the 3. Drills it from deep. Tatum's got 45 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Celtics running away with it. And right after this, and while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Anthony Black out there with Jalen Suggs. Then it's Desmond Bane. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Pass to Shireman. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's Tatum with the 3. Buries it from 3. Tatum's got 48.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
How about big Mo Wagner? Never waste an opportunity to throw it down, big fella.
Here's Shireman. Now here's Tatum. Guarded by Bane. And another one.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Pass to De Silva. Back to Black. Got a piece of it. Vucevic with a steal. To the inside. Here's Walsh. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 8 assists here tonight. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
To the right side, here's Walsh. And the three-pointer goes. Walsh has got 5 points now in the quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away. Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
On target from range.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. De Silva, no good. The Celtics have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. And good! There's another!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Now here's Black, defended by Pritchard. Wagner with a screen on Tatum. And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his 3rd foul. Of the game. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.